Hi. Looking to see if maybe you'd be interested in purchasing this sword.
Oh, wow.
Are you a closet samurai or something like that?
No. I'm here at the pawn shop today, hopefully to sell my 16th century Katana ceremonial sword. My father-in-law brought it back from World War II when he was stationed in Japan. I think this sword is really cool, and I'm looking to get $10,000.
It's a great piece of history. During World War II, there was this whole thing called the spoils of war and war prizes. Might sound a little strange now, but it just goes back from thousands of years. I mean, that was part of a soldier's pay. If you went to battle, you got to take a few prizes home. Generally, out of Europe, they would take flutes. I've seen Lugers. I've seen all these other things. One of the big things guys brought back from Japan was samurai swords.
Wow.
Can you tell me what this says right here?
Well, he actually did ask a Japanese kid to tell him what the writings meant. The kid said it was a sword used for beheading Christians.
I mean, I have never heard of the Japanese beheading Christians.
Okay.
Can we see the blade on this thing?
Do you mind if I take it apart?
Absolutely.
Please. There's a little excitement in here. Ooh, check out the blade on that sword. Don't be touching that, Rick. You know better than that. What did I tell you over the years?
What have you taught me?
Yeah. Not to touch that with your hands.
So what can you tell me about this, chum? Humor him. What do you know about it?
Let's see here. It's pretty old. It looks pretty nice. Definitely looks like it was used. Probably beheaded, you know, an out-of-line boss once or twice in its time.
I definitely find it interesting. What were you looking to do with it?
Sell it.
Okay, how much you want for it?
$10,000.
Okay. To be perfectly honest, I have no idea what it's worth. It's in need of some reconditioning, I'll tell you that.
Yes.
With these things, I have a friend who knows everything about them. When they just come in, that's who I call. So if you don't mind hanging out for a little bit, I'll give him a call, have him come down, check it out. And
Great, excellent.
he'll give us a much better idea what it's worth. Will you entertain this young lady?
That's what I do, Rick.
On my sword expert, Mike, before I try to cut her a deal. Here it is. So what do you think?
Well, let me take a look at the handle with your permission.
Absolutely. That was slick.
Well, it's got some writing on the blade, huh? Seeing anything good down there?
So this blade is actually very interesting because during the 1800s, there was a great rebellion and a civil war going on, and many factions were trying to take over Japan. This blade was made in 1863 by Nagahiro and was given to the Lord of Choshu to protect Japan against enemies of the emperor, the imperial family, and especially against the Tokugawa, or the military leader. So this is quite an important sword, historically.
She was told a story that it was used for beheading Christians, which I said, probably not.
There is a term called joy that's written on the tang, which means protecting or reverence to the imperial family. So not literally beheading Christians, but just anybody who was considered an enemy of the emperor at the time.
Okay, so the question, what's it worth?
Well, in its present condition and the fact that it has very high historical value, I'd say this sword is probably worth about $10,000.
Wow.
All right, thanks, man.
Okay, this sword is a very good buy for the shop because it's a very unique item. Anytime you get a sword that was actually owned personally by the Lord, that's got to be something special.
All right, so what are you willing to take for it? I have to make money on it.
Oh, I realize that. 5? Can you make money at that?
Yeah, I can. I make a little too much money at that. The fact of the matter is, I don't take advantage of people. 5,000 is just too low. I will give you $6,000 for it. I would go more, but this is a multi-year project here, most likely. So I'm assuming 6,000 is fine since you wanted 5.
Yes, 6,000 is great.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Chum, will you